Welcome to this quiz. Today, we're rewinding to the 1960s, a decade of cultural revolutions, political upheaval, and landmark moments that reshaped the world. You'll face 30 thought-provoking questions exploring the defining events of this unforgettable era. Grab a pen, keep track of your score, and see how well you remember this dynamic chapter in history. Which famous American civil rights leader was assassinated on April 4, 1968? A. Malcolm X. B. John F. Kennedy. C. Martin Luther King Jr. D. Robert F. Kennedy. The correct answer is C. Martin Luther King Jr. Who was the U.S. president during the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962? A. John F. Kennedy. B. Lyndon B. Johnson. C. Richard Nixon. D. Dwight D. Eisenhower. The correct answer is A. John F. Kennedy. Which country hosted the 1968 Summer Olympics? A. Mexico. B. USA. C. USSR. D. Japan. The correct answer is A. Mexico. In 1963, who delivered the famous "I Have a Dream" speech? A. Malcolm X. B. Martin Luther King Jr. C. Rosa Parks. D. James Baldwin. The correct answer is B. Martin Luther King Jr. Which spacecraft first landed humans on the moon in 1969? A. Apollo 10. B. Apollo 11. C. Apollo 12. D. Apollo 13. The correct answer is B. Apollo 11. You're doing great. Keep it going. What significant event in space exploration did the Soviet Union achieve on April 12, 1961? A. Launch of Sputnik 1. B. Yuri Gagarin became the first human to orbit Earth. C. The Luna program. D. The Vostok program. The correct answer is B. Yuri Gagarin became the first human to orbit Earth. Which U.S. Supreme Court case in 1967 struck down state laws banning interracial marriage? A. Brown versus Board of Education. B. Roe versus Wade. C. Loving versus Virginia. D. Miranda versus Arizona. The correct answer is C. Loving versus Virginia. Which political leader famously proclaimed, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country," in their 1961 inaugural address? A. Lyndon B. Johnson. B. John F. Kennedy. C. Richard Nixon. D. Dwight Eisenhower. The correct answer is B. John F. Kennedy. In what year did the Berlin Wall begin to be constructed, dividing East and West Berlin? A. 1961. B. 1963. C. 1965. D. 1967. The correct answer is A. 1961. What significant civil rights event did the Freedom Riders start in 1961 to challenge racial segregation? A. Boycotts. B. Sit-ins. C. Bus rides. D. Marches. The correct answer is C. Bus rides. You're doing fantastic. Let's keep the momentum. What was the title of Rachel Carson's 1962 book that launched the environmental movement? A. Silent Spring. B. Dark Waters. C. Green Revolution. D. Earth Day. The correct answer is A. Silent Spring. Who was the notoriously infamous U.S. criminal convicted in 1969 for orchestrating the Tate LaBianca murders? A. Ted Bundy. B. Charles Manson. C. Albert DeSalvo. D. Son of Sam. The correct answer is B. Charles Manson. What constitutional amendment ratified in 1964 abolished poll taxes in federal elections? A. 21st Amendment. B. 22nd Amendment. C. 24th Amendment. D. 26th Amendment. The correct answer is C. 24th Amendment. Which British band had their first TV appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show in 1964? A. The Who. B. The Rolling Stones. C. The Beatles. D. Pink Floyd. The correct answer is C. The Beatles. Which landmark legislation did the U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson sign in 1965 that was aimed at eliminating racial discrimination in voting? A. Civil Rights Act. B. Voting Rights Act. C. Equal Rights Amendment. D. National Voting Laws. The correct answer is B. Voting Rights Act. Stay sharp, you're halfway through. In which year did the Tet Offensive begin during the Vietnam War, marking a significant escalation in the conflict? A. 1964. B. 1966. C. 1968. D. 1970. The correct answer is C. 1968. Who founded the Black Panther Party in 1966? A. Malcolm X. B. Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale. C. Martin Luther King Jr. D. Jesse Jackson. The correct answer is B. Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale. Which city hosted the World's Fair known as Expo 67? A. Paris. B. New York. C. Montreal. D. Tokyo. The correct answer is C. Montreal. What was the name of the U.S. Navy intelligence ship captured by North Korean forces in 1968? A. USS Pueblo. B. USS Liberty. C. USS Ranger. D. USS Constitution. The correct answer is A. USS Pueblo. Who completed his historic orbit around the Earth in 1962, becoming the first American to do so? A. Neil Armstrong. B. Buzz Aldrin. C. John Glenn. D. Michael Collins. The correct answer is C. John Glenn. Keep up the fantastic work. You're doing great. In 1965, which landmark immigration legislation was signed, abolishing an earlier system that was based on national origins? A. The Immigration Act of 1965. B. Ellis Act. C. Nationality Act. D. Border Control Act. The correct answer is A. The Immigration Act of 1965. Which 1960s slogan was used by the counterculture to promote peace and love? A. Power to the people. B. Make love, not war. C. Freedom now. D. Yes, we can. The correct answer is B. Make love, not war. What medical surgeon performed the first successful human heart transplant in 1967? A. Michael DeBakey. B. Joseph Murray. C. Christian Barnard. D. Denton Cooley. The correct answer is C. Christian Barnard. Which country did the United States invade in the failed 1961 Bay of Pigs operation? A. Vietnam. B. Cuba. C. Korea. D. Nicaragua. The correct answer is B. Cuba. In 1969, which British Concorde airplane made its first test flight, marking a new era in commercial supersonic travel? A. Concorde 001. B. Concorde 002. C. Concorde GBOAD. D. Concorde FWTSA. The correct answer is A. Concorde 001. Only a few more to go now. Keep it up. Which amendment to the U.S. Constitution, ratified in 1967, established rules for presidential succession? A. 22nd Amendment. B. 23rd Amendment. C. 24th Amendment. D. 25th Amendment. The correct answer is D. 25th Amendment. What was the major U.S. Supreme Court decision of 1966 that ruled suspects must be informed of their rights, including the right to remain silent? A. Brown versus Board of Education. B. Miranda versus Arizona. C. Plessy versus Ferguson. D. Gideon versus Wainwright. The correct answer is B. Miranda versus Arizona. In 1964, who won the Nobel Peace Prize for his role in advancing civil rights using nonviolent resistance? A. Malcolm X. B. Lyndon B. Johnson. C. Martin Luther King Jr. D. Thurgood Marshall. The correct answer is C. Martin Luther King Jr. In 1964, Congress passed the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution. What did this authorize? A. The end of trade with Vietnam. B. Increased economic aid to Southeast Asia. C. The use of military force in Vietnam without a formal declaration of war. D. The withdrawal of U.S. troops from Thailand. The correct answer is C. The use of military force in Vietnam without a formal declaration of war. In 1962, which American pop artist famously painted Campbell's soup cans, making a huge impact on the pop art movement? A. Andy Warhol. B. Roy Lichtenstein. C. Jean-Michel Basquiat. D. Jackson Pollock. The correct answer is A. Andy Warhol. And that wraps up our trip through the 1960s. How did you do? Share your score in the comments. Let's find out who really knows their 60s history. If you had fun with this quiz, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more nostalgic challenges. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the past.